I'm saving it.
For marriage.
Do. What the hell, Grant? You ain't been gone that long. COVID don't make you do that.
Do.
Okay, all right. Well,
Wrong again.
like the English version of it.
Do.
Oh, well, we don't do it there. Oh boy, man, I can't believe it's been a week already. I got some good stuff for tonight.
No.
Anybody else see SummerSlam?
No, I missed it.
Dude,
I was watching UFC.
it was the saddest. The sad thing is, Paul Logan was the highlight of the whole pay-per-view.
Oh, just before that, Street Smarts live every Wednesday and Saturday at 3 p.m. Central. Only on Mad Barber Entertainment, not anywhere else.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of other great things over there, like Lord of the Rings.
Logan Paul, yeah, he's been on
Yeah.
there. Good wrestler. It's funny you should say that, but I didn't see the highlights of that.
Yo, he had a really good frog splash from the top of the turnbuckle to the announcer table.
Yeah, I did see that. That's what sort of attracted me to it, and I was like, wow, that's a good. He's done good. It's weird, though, isn't it?
It's so weird. It feels wrong, like being positive about him.
Yeah, I know. But it's 2022, so everything has to be odd.
Yeah.
I'm glad this isn't a
Ninja
really
my
long one.
Gucci's.
And what's Gucci, my ninjas? It's your boy Mad, not bringing you this monster survivor in the streets, but dumping on your Wednesday evening.
All over your chest.
Yeah. And joining me is my partner in Snow Angels, my partner in Butterfly Kisses, and my partner in International Crime.
Well, that maybe not so much. Hi, welcome everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. And
Yeah, me too.
joining us on time, because I did not forget to send him a link this time at all, is Brahma Bull with a gold tee now.
Just got off
You look like
work and
Steve. You look like
I was
Steve
just
from
gonna
Jerry, from Jerry Springer. You look like Steve from Jerry Springer.
like Steve from Jerry.
Well, he doesn't look
Always
like a
ha-
rock anymore. He looks like Steve Austin.
Yeah.
So
Always
you just got
happen to
off
be
work?
on the Superior Dump.
It is a superior.
It is.
dump. I don't even watch Saturdays.
Yeah.
I'm not on it, so it doesn't matter to me.
And back from his battle with the vid, Grant Gregory, Mister.
From Montana.
Greetings. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Yeti is fired now because he did not show up. Culture. I
Yes!
guess he had enough.
About time.
Boos. I like Boos. That's a good guy. Hey, Tina. Let's see. Mark's 47's there. Eric K. Emotionally unstable amphetamine. Jesus.
Wow. Where's the villain, by the way?
Mostly amphetamine. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's not bad. Emotionally unstable amphetamine.
Is it?
It gets you high, but then you get all depressed about it. So
One man
Wow.
show. One man show and I, we bonded over being forced to watch soap operas as kids.
What, like Days of Our Lives? And
Yeah.
the young and the
Wow.
restless, bold and the
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh.
Dallas.
I don't really remember them. St. Elmo's Fire. Is that the one that was in the autistic kid's head?
No,
What, the real one or the not real one?
St. Elmo's Fire?
Yeah, where it was the kids
With the
in
snow
hospital
globe.
one. General, yeah. Well, there's that one. There's also 30 Rock that did the same exact thing.
Did they really in 30 Rock?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. The whole thing was a pitch meeting at the end of it.
Oh, man. I hate that. WCW, WWF. Dude, it was really hard to choose there for a while, man.
No, it was Monday Nitro all the way through in the 90s.
Nitro.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
For a while, maybe.
But the Attitude Era really kicked up a gear, to be
Yeah.
fair.
St. Elsewhere. Yeah, I was close.
Yeah, St. Elmo's Fire is a little bit of a racy, different spin on a soap
On what?
opera.
Oh.
Wasn't that
St.
the dude
Elsewhere?
in Sesame Street?
No, Denzel Washington was on there.
What, Sesame Street?
Well, I'm
he's been
sure
on there
he has
before,
been, yeah. But no, St. Elsewhere. It was Autistic Kids Snow Globe.
So hang on, let me get this straight. Denzel Washington is not real. He's the figment of some kid's imagination.
In a
Yeah.
snow globe.
Right.
Snow globe.
Wow. Sweet.
Man, dude, my allergies are killing me. Anyway, so before we really get started, I wanted to go over something that I talked about on Twitter because it really bothers me, right? Why are people moving around? I can see that.
Someone got kicked out. I think it was me.
A little bit.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so I've been rewatching Deadwood for like the 5th time. Anybody Deadwood fans?
Yeah, I liked it.
Is that the one with Ian McShane?
Yeah. Great, right?
Yeah, I never watched it, but he's a good actor, so it must be really good.
This show's great, right? So I'm rewatching it. I went on IMDb to look up somebody or whatever. I think I was trying to do Con Stapleton. Oh, he's the one that talks like this. Anyway, I couldn't get it down, so I went with a different voice for mailbag. But anyway, but I went down this hole of reading all the user reviews on IMDb, and whenever it was a negative one, it was always like the same thing. It was always like, the profanity and vulgarity is not historically accurate and is overused. And I'm just like, bro, like I remember seeing an interview with the writer who even explained this, right? Here comes Kai. Welcome, Kai. I'm in the middle of a rant. Anyway, so the writer is like, the reason why we're using like modern like profanity
language
is because the shit back then was goofy as hell. It was like flapdoodle and hornswoggler, and it would lose the tone and the grit that
you pillow hands.
Right. Yeah. It just wouldn't work for modern viewers, right? And I'm like, this is so simple. And then the second one was people complaining, this is their word, the Shakespearean dialogue, right? Like they wouldn't talk like that. They're just grosso, poor people or whatever. And I remember, like, I don't know if you've ever read any of the letters from like the Civil War, right? Like I quoted one. It was like, the battle has been raging all day in the distance, and I'm unable to ascertain whether anything has been gained or not. Oh, how I long for this war to end. How I long for peace. How I will hail the day when I return to the bosom of my family. Right? This is a little snippet. Like, bro, they were smart as shit. And Greg Gerardo, R.I.P., has a great bit where he compares that to like some modern day soldier in Afghanistan. Like, damn, Marie, boy, it's hot as balls here. Right? Here in the desert. You know what I mean? Just some New Jersey fucking. Yeah, dude, it just really bothered me that people could not understand why, one, they were using profanity that we could actually understand. And would keep that tone. And two, why they thought they were all like, well, heck, America did, there. You know what I mean? Like they're simpletons.
It's because people now are simple, so they can't quite grasp the fact that language has devolved over the years.
Well, yeah. So like, what's crazy though is like, so
Look at Northern England, and you can tell how much it's devolved.
Like, because the education was all at home or in a small community. All the kids would go to one school, right? And it was very personal, and it was very good. Unlike what we have now in our public school system. It's less than, just go back and read those letters. And I'm not talking about dudes that are captains and admirals. I'm talking like soldiers. Like, you know what I mean? They're like 15
corporals
lying about, their age so they can go fight in this war. And they're just so much more like, not just eloquent with, and like poetic with their writing, but they're also they have a good sense about what's happening and insight that they give on the war and brotherhood and violence and righteousness.
They had no other distractions either. It wasn't like they could go and watch movies or do anything like that either. So, that was their life.
Fucking hell, can you imagine if like the internet was a thing back then and it'd be like, lol, this war shit.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, Deadwood's great, and
bosom of families.
It was very informative.
I started a new Western. I'm on a Western kick. I guess finished Red Dead Redemption 2 as well for like the 4th time. Love that fucking
I really
game.
like the first one. I've never played the second.
Dude, the second was great. But I started watching the show on AMC because it has my boy Travis Trimmel, Ragnar Lothbrok from the Vikings. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's called That Black Bag. And it's like a spaghetti western, but with like a horror type feel to it. I've only watched the first episode, so I'm not recommending it yet. But I enjoyed the first episode. It was really interesting. And
What's
it's
it called
done by
again?
some Italian guys. That Dirty Black Bag.
A dirty black bag. Right.
Is this a
that's
new
the one.
show or has it been out?
The one
Yeah,
only just came out, didn't it?
Yeah, it just came out not too long ago, but the first
Yeah.
season is done.
Okay.
What's it running on?
AMC.
Right. I've got to figure out.
So I don't know what that
that'll be
means. Yeah, I don't know
It's
if that's
got that,
Sky or what.
It's got that pommy black guy that's in everything British.
Oh yeah,
one?
and it.
There's a few.
He's
Like
he's
Idris
the guy-
Elba.
No,
That's what I called my ex.
The sort of nerdy one.
no, he's
A little
he's
bit.
An old. He usually either plays a professor or a criminal.
There's also the dude that played Preacher, Cooper, I think his name.
Oh,
Yeah, Dominic Cooper.
Dominic Cooper.
yeah,
Yeah,
Dominic Cooper. Yeah,
he's
good.
in it as well. Yeah.
UK.
Oh, and Littlefinger's in it too, and he's cuckoo bananas.
Oh, he's a good actor. Him.
I get exactly, even the first episode, like there was a couple, not for me, I was fine with it, but I was like, oh god, the girlfriend's gonna start talking to me. You know what I mean? And she did. Anyway. All right. Well, Kai, man, thanks for being here, dude. Sorry I didn't interrupt you. I just didn't want to. I wanted to finish that rant real quick because it really bothered me. You're
You didn't
muted.
interrupt me. I showed up, and in doing so, interrupted you. You didn't have nothing to apologize about.
Oh, no. No worries. All right, you guys ready to get started? Because I have some really good stories for today.
Ah, fuck, he'll be on the BBC. Bollocks.
Oh, damn it.
I'm going to be painting.
Can't watch it.
Are they
What are
like
you
really
painting
good
while we-
stories or are they like mad good stories?
thing.
They are stories. All right.
That is the same thing.
First up is Amazon Prime just hit go on one of the 80s reboots we've been waiting on. Brahma, you are the... Why isn't it zooming in? Oh, okay.
Ugh.
Hey, that's Jake Gyllenhaal. That's not... Ugh. Anyway.
We're now well over 40 years since the beginning of the 80s, a period of pop cultural significance that continues to resonate with people to this day. In the intervening decades, we've plumbed much of the 80s cinematic depths for a seemingly endless barrage of remakes, reboots, and revivals. In fact, there have been so many remakes that we've even constructed a list of the worst movie remakes of all time. Notably, that list doesn't seem to be slowing down the Hollywood redo train much at all.
Shock.
A recent announcement from Amazon Prime reveals that a decade-defining film of the 80s is about to receive the reboot treatment for a second time. Will this be a new classic on par with the original film,
No.
or more slag for the large pile of forgotten remakes to have come out over the years, hopeless to stand out from the shadows of their respective source material? Time will tell.
If the tagline for the movie isn't "Pain Still Don't Hurt," then I'm not watching it.
Time will tell, but in the meantime, fans will certainly have plenty to look forward to with either anticipation or dread, depending on their attitude towards remakes. Roadhouse 2.0.
I think it's going to be okay-ish. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal's good.
Yeah. How's everybody feel about Jake Gyllenhaal as Dalton?
Positive.
Which one's that
I
again?
mean, not negative, but
Jake Gyllenhaal? He's
It's two
He's
A's
one
in
whose
his name?
sister
What a
sister
weirdo.
looks like her neck threw up.
oh man, she's so like I
Oh,
don't
this
like.
guy.
I don't.
I
I don't-
actually
I don't
cheered when
like-
she blew up in The Dark Knight.
Me too.
She's just not.
I've
they
never
keep
seen
telling me.
Roadhouse.
What the
Mysterio's a pretty weak choice. So
dude? You've never seen
said that?
Roadhouse?
I've never seen my closest exposure to Roadhouse is Family Guy when he goes Roadhouse.
Bro, you have to see Roadhouse. It's amazing.
great. You'll
so
love it.
good. I thought you'd be taller.
All right. It's got the guy from Overboard in it, so
From
What?
what?
Guy from Overboard.
yeah.
Patrick
The movie
Swayze?
Overboard? Isn't that him?
No,
No, that was
that
Kurt
was
Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell?
You're embarrassing yourself
Wow.
right now, Kai. Come on,
These
Oh, man.
80s guys look all the same.
What?
What?
Patrick Swayze was an angel
Wasn't
given to
Kurt
us
Russell
on
just the
loan from
manlier
God.
angel? It's like Kurt Russell, just the manlier angel version of Patrick Swayze, right?
Oh,
What are you talking about?
I don't like that. Did you see Point Break?
Point Break was amazing.
It really wasn't Patrick Swayze, man. He carried that fucking show, like that
Yep.
movie on his shoulders. And I you know what? Listen, I have
What happened
a,
to Swayze?
he died,
died.
bro.
Oh fuck! When did that happen?
Yeah, you're
Not long
speaking
after
into
he
the dead.
danced with
Yeah.
Chris Farley on SNL.
Oh no shit!
No, it was quite a ways
No,
after that.
it was way after that. By the way, speaking of Point Break, I forgot her name. The director was married to
John.
James Cameron. Was married to James Cameron at the time. I guarantee you, James Cameron shadow directed that freaking movie.
It was amazing. Right, it's like literally one of the best 80s movie. Well, not 80s movie, was it? It was a bit
Point
later than
Break
that,
or
but it was-
Roadhouse?
Point Break.
Oh,
It was sort of on the cusp between the two. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing film.
All right, Yeti, let's hear it. No, your reason for being late.
I didn't see the time.
It really doesn't count.
No, that's really bad. Like everything you look at has a clock on it.
Not if you're looking at things and not paying attention to the clock.
Oh man, yeah, the lady who made Point Break made Hurt Locker. She also made Zero Dark 30, but I still think somebody else must have directed that one because it was good. But what is her name? Catherine Bigelow? Oh, I think I got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds right. Was it?
she was dating
She was married to James Cameron.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Anyway, look. Oh, Roadhouse. Kai, are you there? Because Roadhouse has one of the like craziest lines I've ever heard in a fight. Like this other dude who has a knife in his boot. You'll learn about that later. Anyway, he has Patrick Swayze from behind, and the dude leans into his ear and he says, "I used to fuck guys like you in prison." Gross. Who says that in a fight? Who says that in a fight?
Well, you're the
That's
guy
not
that says that you want to
fight
get naked for a fight.
talk. That works.
I'm not surprised. Until the one guy that goes, "I used to fuck guys like you in prison."
Yeah, no, that just instantly go, oh, like get off. No,
Where
I
are
don't
my
want to do
pants?
this.
Joke's on you. I'm into that.
Only need 20 more seconds to get off. Oh, you meant the other.
So so everybody's cool. Kai, you're not cool with Jake Gyllenhaal playing Dalton in a movie that you've never seen?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, like,
That's stupid.
I have
Sorry.
enough understanding of Roadhouse to know that Jake Gyllenhaal doesn't have the balls to carry it. He doesn't have the
Dude,
big
bollocks.
brass.
Have
balls.
you
You've never seen the film, so you
Down
don't
on the
know.
floor.
Your opinion means nothing now.
Patrick Swayze was like a ballet dancer, bro. Like, let's not
He's
kid
like-
ourselves here.
Have you
He's like the
watched
wind.
Jake
Oh,
Gyllenhaal
okay, so
movies?
when I was saying that Kurt Russell is the manlier version of him, now you're all like, oh, this guy's like
Southpaw.
a fucking dancer. He's all prancing around like a ballerina.
Dude, Tupac was he was a ballerina dude too, wasn't he?
Ballerina
So was-
shotgun.
All of the Dallas Cowboys, they all did ballet.
No, they didn't. They
All
did
of them.
man's shit.
Oh, yeah, I
Well,
didn't get
we,
to
we
say
know
everybody.
that from Street Smarts. They definitely did.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's true. But
It
all
helped,
right,
it helped them around the glory holes.
I'm okay. I'm okay with. I'd rather see someone else. Like I'll say that. But Jake Gyllenhaal's fine. Like I don't know who else.
Who else is there though?
I like a couple guys that came to mind was what's his name? John Kitsnip. What's his name? Taylor Kitsnip.
Will Poulter.
Taylor Kitsch.
Oh, well, the guy that was Oliphant. What about him?
Oh well, he's too old though. He would probably be better at
Yeah.
the Samuel.
Do you know?
Sam
I
Elliott,
forgot how old he
bro.
actually is
Sam Elliott
now. I
part.
keep thinking
he's
that
old,
Agent
bro.
47 was a little while ago.
You know they're coming back with another season of Justified. I guess rewatched Justified too.
Oh,
Fucking
really?
Dude, the pilot for Justified is one of the best pilots I've ever seen. It is so freaking good. But yeah, they're coming back with another one. I think it's
Can
going to be
you-
one of
can you
those passing
believe
the
that-
torch.
Initially, that was supposed to be Walter Goggins' last scene in that series on that first
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, I'm glad that they kept him around. I
They
like
they
him
shot
a
him
lot.
in the chest and they go, you know what? Can we keep him? They're like, you just shot him in the chest. It's like, well, he got better.
He missed the heart.
Yeah.
We can talk about that in the next episode.
Timothy Trimmel.
Wait, what? You mean Travis
Yeah, I don't know his name.
He has a
only know
good
him as,
Western
Ragnar.
accent. He has
Yeah.
he can do a good Western accent.
What about Charlie Hunnam or whatever his name is from Sons?
No, I like him in some things. I wouldn't like him for this. I do like him now.
Something. So more than Sons of Anarchy. What else have you enjoyed him in?
The Gentleman.
The Gentleman.
Yeah. Just off the top of my head.
Who's Charlie Hunnam?
Jax
he was
on
in.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Oh, I never watched it. Like, what else has he been in? I know
He
that
was-
might have been what you were just saying.
Giant
but, like,
robots fighting giant monsters.
What?
oh.
What's the movie?
Oh, is he that English
about the soccer
actor?
club?
Pacific Rim Job. Yeah.
Pacific Rim.
Because
Yeah.
he was in
The-
he was in a true story about a Lost City of Zed. That is actually
Yeah.
amazing. As someone
It's-
from where I grew up.
I was trying to think of that movie too, The Lost City of Z or whatever. A little
Yeah.
slow. They go back a little bit too many times. I get that they really went back all those times, but like
Yeah, they did.
it was still good though. Yeah, so I liked him in those. I
Wait,
liked him
so
in The
that's
Lost
not a
City.
zombie movie? I thought it was.
No,
It had
no.
a Z in it, so it's just like, oh, it must be a zombie thing.
I liked him
No,
in the very.
no, it's very good.
I liked him in the very underrated movie Green Street,
Green Street
with him.
Hooligans.
Yep.
That was it. He
Green
was,
a
Street
really
was
good one.
amazing. He was in that.
He was in Green Street Hooligans. He was the main
The
guy.
brother-in-law. Yeah, he was the brother-in-law.
Oh, the West Ham movie. Sorry, the soccer movie. I thought you
Yeah,
meant
the soccer
like
movie.
one with Matt Damon in the
Oh,
in the Iraq, or whatever that was called.
Oh,
no.
Green Zone. Oh,
Green
man.
Zone. Yeah, sorry, I got mixed up.
I tried
Most
rewatching it. Couldn't even
accurate,
get
most
to
accurate war film ever.
it. Shit.
No, what was the other ones like in the army now or whatever? That was amazing.
Yeah, it actually.
Stripes.
So I actually was at Fort Knox where they filmed Stripes. I did the same obstacle course, but no, In the Army Now has the most accurate depiction of basic training. It really does. I like legit. I'm pretty sure they were just there at a cycle at basic and just went with them. You know what I mean? Because
I'm
it
pretty
was
sure
so
that-
good.
He based his
Like-
character on you, even though it would have been like a time thing.
We're talking
Yeah.
about the movie. What's it called? Movie, right? The
Pauly Shore
Pauly Shore movie.
and
Yeah.
Andy Dick, has one of the most accurate depictions of
So
basic training.
Full Metal Jacket lied to me. You don't get to beat up the fat guy with soap.
Well, no.
Oh,
So
no.
especially if we're talking like time period, like so in the Army Now, like the basic training there or whatever is entirely different than what you would see with the Vietnam era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jarhead is that Desert Storm. Yeah, in the Army Now was like towards the end. It was more like Africa stuff that was happening.
Jarhead, that was the
Desert
Gyllenhaal
Shield or
one.
whatever.
Was that the Jake Gyllenhaal one?
Yes, that
Yes.
was the Jake Gyllenhaal
Yeah.
Jarhead.
You
He
know
didn't
what's
kill
a
anyone
great
in that
one?
movie.
Nope, not a single person was killed, but they know.
Down Periscope. That is so underrated.
Okay,
Yeah, but that's
Mama Paul, are you going to continue reading now for us?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Well, I mean,
seriously,
what else are they gonna say?
Nobody has seen Down Periscope?
Yeah,
That thing,
we've
it's
all-
hilarious.
I've seen
We've
it.
all seen
It's
Down
good.
Periscope.
Yes, everybody's seen it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No one
Bro-
thinks it's underrated.
And
I
nobody
was there,
brings it up.
like legit the drill sergeants to like the troop, like our sister troop or whatever. They were all like taken out, like suspended because they had them march with their pro mask on. I saw a dude get choked out by a drill sergeant. That was a good one. Yeah, like they're still brutal, not like Vietnam. You know what I mean? But after that though, oh boy, did they get with their stress cards and shit.
What was the name of the Full Metal Jacket director again?
Kubrick.
Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick. Yeah, I just love the fact that he just didn't like planes. So when they filmed it like in England,
Oh, shut up.
and then they're like, right, we've got to fly over to like the jungle now, and he was like, nah, I'm not getting on a plane. I went, well, there's no jungles in England. And he went, well, there's your jungle. Fuck off.
Yeah,
Legend.
it's a bush. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to the article because I was like, what else could they say? Okay, they got a lot. The new film will also feature a number of plot changes. So he's a UFC fighter, a former UFC fighter, and instead of Jasper, Missouri, they're in the Florida Keys. Now-
that kind of no, that won't work though. Like that was the point. He's supposed to be in the middle of a podunk town.
Yeah, that's been like being ran by like some white dude. I do like that Joel Silver is involved. However, I don't know if he still does enough like coke to make it. You know what I
Make
mean?
it worth it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
No one
There's
likes
not
sober
enough
Joel.
coke in Hollywood these days.
Doug Lyman. Man, the Born Identity, dude. The shaky cam, like Snodgrass, whatever his name is, that did like the second Born. Oh god, he overdid it with the shaky cam, and But
Was he
Mr.
the,
and
was
Mrs.
he
Smith,
the
I
one that
liked a
jumped
lot.
through the window with the camera? I can't remember. Or was that?
Yes, that was the first one. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he stabbed that dude. The best is when he stabs the dude with the pin in his hand. Oh. Yeah.
I'm guessing
how
that the
you
reason
use
that
a
they picked
pen.
on Florida is going to be political reasons.
Oh,
Right.
I hope not.
I think it might be. It just sort of dawned on me. I was like, oh, Florida,
Who the
political
hell is this
reasons.
guy?
Billy Magnuson,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
I don't
read
know
his
any
name.
of the. I don't know any.
Oh,
of
Luke
them.
Cage. Oh no, Lucas Cage. I don't know who
Yeah.
that is.
No,
Billy
release date?
Magnuson, he's Pretty Boy. He was in fucking that stupid TV series, the robots. Made for
Robot?
Love.
What?
Made for Love.
I've
Yep.
never heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
Is that like an Australian rename for something like Westworld?
No.
Oh.
No, he's been in a fair few things. He was
He was in The Big Short. He was in
Yeah,
No Time
he
to
was in
Die, Game Night.
he was in the Black Mirror episode where they were all stuck on that ship.
What? A water ship or a spaceship?
Spaceship in the
The Star Trek one.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I
Um,
think I know you're on about now.
Did anybody know that there was a sequel to Roadhouse starring the son of Gary Busey?
Oh no! Yeah, he does. Jake Busey. He's amazing.
But when family business becomes
He was in
Starship Troopers.
Ace It's a Bid Time.
Yeah.
How many more people are
Uh,
going to
no.
want to do the right thing?
And
This is
Shasta
supposed to be-
McNasty. He was in Shasta McNasty.
He's playing the son of
Gary Busey.
no, he's playing the of Patrick Swayze, of Dalton. It's like Dalton's son.
Jake Busey and Will Patton. Kick action
Oh, I
in
like
the
Will
high
Patton.
gear
He's in
Roadhouse 2 on
the thing with Josh Brolin.
Yeah, okay, that made no sense to me.
Out of range.
Anyway,
I feel like
I
we should
didn't end up
watch that.
finishing it because it just got worse. It started off so good, but that show just
You
got
didn't like
Well,
that?
worse.
Shasta McNasty was
You
amazing.
didn't
What you
like
want
Out of
about?
Range?
No, not like. There's a whole lot of nothing after such an amazing first couple episodes.
what are you talking
Yeah,
Man,
about?
have you ever seen Shasta
Yeah, what show are we
McNasty?
talking about?
No.
Out of
Oh,
Range.
you would
with
love
Josh
it.
Brolin.
I did like that show. Yeah. What are you talking about, Yeti? It was a whole lot of nothing.
No,
There
okay,
was
it
a
started
hole,
off
you
amazing,
get it? A
and then
hole?
there were so many scenes that didn't need to be in there. So there's a big pacing issue, and they showed a ton of irrelevant stuff to like pad some of the episodes, and
Well,
it
here's
was
the
it was
thing, if
very
you haven't watched
frustrating.
it, you realize that everything that's happened is relevant.
Yeah.
That it
Like, all
does
of it's
get tied
relevant.
into the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it doesn't seem as though it's relevant now, it ties back in, and it will tie back in later too. I just don't think you know.
I didn't end up
Right,
finishing
yeah.
it because I was like, man, this is just tiring at this point. It started
Yeah,
off so good though.
You may.
I
may
mean,
want
it's
to go
no
finish that.
masterpiece like Down Periscope, but it was pretty damn good.
I don't know what the issue is with
Man,
Down
private
Periscope.
chat.
That thing is fucking amazing.
Okay. Did you ever finish Reacher?
such-
Nope.
So
Let me
so
guess.
good.
He got part of the way through and he thought this is a lot of it boring, irrelevant scenes. So I'm
Right.
like,
No, I actually
Yeah.
really liked it. There's just so much stuff that
I could
came
tell.
out, and I did
Yeah,
like it.
you went
Did
to
you
go
even
watch
end
a
up
show you didn't
finishing
like.
Did you end up finishing that show that I recommended for ages called From?
Oh,
Yeah, did you
screw
ever
I
see
can't
that?
get it here.
Oh
I can't
no,
get it
dude.
here.
Screw you.
Grant
It
and I
is
have been
one of the
trying to get
best.
Yeti to watch From for so long now.
Oh,
I'm not
screw you.
surprised. In all seriousness, I went to look for it the second you told me about it. It's like, can't get it here. So I was like, oh. I feel like I'm missing out. And
From is it
if I
had
was-
one
if I was
one bad
somewhere
episode.
that had it and I didn't watch it, I'd feel pretty stupid.
What was the bad episode, Yeti?
Yeah, Yeti. What was the bad episode? Was it
Well,
the
it's
pacing?
been a while since I watched it, but it was like the third last episode. It was a very filler one. And
The
then
third last
What?
episode?
The
Yeah.
third last episode where they got into the house and like 800 people died.
I don't
Yeah.
remember which episode specific because it's been a while, so I can't remember how many episodes there was in the season.
I think that was the
Yeti.
But it was near
penultimate.
the end,
Yeti.
and there's a ton of filler. But everything else, it bounced right back after that.
Yeti,
What?
are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeti, are you okay?
Did-
Okay, Yeti.
you've been struck by. Anyway,
Shoo, Baba.
by the way, Yeti, did you ever watch, what was that last one that came out? Terminal List. Did you watch that one?
No,
Oh,
I haven't.
that's
I
on
haven't
my list.
started
I haven't
that
watched
yet.
that yet.
I heard it
Yeah.
was really good though.
I had my issues with it, but overall it was good.
Yeah, what an ending.
I wasn't a fan of the ending.
I like the actor, so I might have to get. it.
I like him a lot as well. Boy, they sucked all the charisma possible out of this guy.
Really?
Oh, he was so stoic. It was too
It was like Will Smith in After Earth. It could've
Yes.
been
Oh,
very good. Yeah.
oh, that's a shame because I like the one that they did where he went to the future and like shot some monsters and stuff.
Oh, that thing was fucking absurd.
the Tomorrow
was-
War.
Cuckoo,
Yeah.
yeah.
With him and
Yeah.
Yeah,
JK.
Tomorrow War was great. I mean,
Dude,
it wasn't great, but it was really entertaining. It was just
Did-
a lot of fun through and through.
Kai,
Just on-
hold on, Kai. Did you start that by saying, yeah, it was great? And then you said,
Yeah,
it
I
wasn't
didn't
great,
start off by
but
saying that way. I'm not
Yeah.
like, yeah. It was a lot of fun.
backtrack that one
It wasn't
real
like
quick.
great, but it was a lot of fun.
I started off as like, it's the most best show ever. Well, it's okay. Well, it's not
Yeah.
that good. Well, actually, it's pretty shit.
solid 3. I'll give it a solid 3 out of
Wow.
10.
Out of 10. Out of 20.
Yeah.
Out of
Just
10.
quickly, has anyone seen Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
Yeah,
Yes.
Of course. Yeah. most
Did everyone
historically
like it?
accurate.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it was
Yes,
fun.
it is. Yeah, I loved it. Good. I just wanted to double check because it is a good film.
Yeah, it really fun. Like a pure popcorn flick.
And it felt very like they took care with getting the that time period correct. The history of it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
the
story.
minutiae
Oh.
of the world. You really believe
Yeah.
you're in that time period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. And who am I to say that he didn't hunt vampires?
I have a feeling he probably did. He liked axes.
He did
Like
like
being
axes,
president.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
liked the first time. I
Abraham-
don't think he liked the second one.
Not a huge fan of the theater towards the end.
Not,
Yeah.
yeah. Abe Lincoln is famous for cutting down the cherry tree and lying about it.
Being a
not lying
badass
about
with
it.
an axe.
Yeah.
Was it? I thought
Wasn't
it was
that-
another one that went, oh, I
was
can't
tr-
tell a lie.
Yes, George Washington is a made up story.
Washington.
Yeah, I was
There was
gonna
this
say.
dude. He was like a
And then he
door-to-door
invented peanut
book
butter.
salesman.
Yeah.
This dude was he's like, oh, this George Washington guy's really impressive. So he just made up a whole bunch of shit, but it hit. It was so popular. Like, so a lot of the things that we have like as like what we think of George Washington came from this complete made up bullshit book.
So he did wooden teeth.
Yeah.
Did he have
That's
wooden
funny.
teeth?
No, his teeth were made of several different things.
But not teeth.
Well,
They had
yeah.
springs on in the dentures. I remember seeing this. They actually had springs on his dentures.
So that's Jaws from James Bond. Very different character.
Imagine.
Oh, dude, they killed him, George Washington, right? Because like he got sick or whatever, and they're like, well, we need to, do some bloodletting. Nah, we'll take about 4 or 5 more pints.
Yeah.
And they just
It'll take
kept taking
four
it.
liters out of him.
Yeah,
Wow.
But don't worry, they buried him with a bell just in case he woke up.
which is true. They did. And then a dude showed up and was like, look, I don't want to get your hopes up, Mrs. Washington,
But I
but
can
we
bring
should
him
dig
back
him back up. Yeah. Yeah. They didn't go through
Wow.
that.
Can you imagine how horrifying that is? That they actually had to put a bell in cemeteries because of how many people were waking up, not actually dead and buried in the ground. That's got to be the worst.
Like, do you
I-
think? Well,
There
do you
was
think
actually
like
recently a
at that time,
legit thing, sorry, but where they
oh.
were going to put cameras, like with a live feed in towards the coffin. So that when you went past this, you would get like a TV screen showing what was going on down there.
dude, that was invented by somebody's wife because still does not trust her husband, even when he's dead.
Yeah.
Tune in this
That
week
would-
on Decay TV as we see a corpse on day 337 of rigor mortis.
Oh,
So when
Definitely
Abraham,
make the vampire hunting easier, though.
well, when Lincoln was assassinated, they put him on a train because like basically they took him on tour, and they didn't want him to go alone, so they dug up his dead kid, his dead son, to go with him on this train as they just went around the country while people
wow.
waved at the train or some shit.
Weird. What was the name of the guy that killed him again? I've forgotten it.
John Wilkes
Basically, that's what happened. Ah, damn it! I was
John-
trying to highlight it too.
Booth.
Booth. John Wilkes Booth.
Yes.
Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
Who?
Okay, thank you.
Who
Right.
was killed by Boston Corbett, who was a Mad Hatter.
And John Wilkes Booth was an actor.
Yep. Well, yes, horrible. Do you know what his last words are? So Boston Corbett shot him, right? And he was like paralyzed, and so he asked the dudes like to help lift his hands up, and he looks at his hands, and this fucker goes, "Useless, useless," like a fucking
That's like
actor.
Never-Ending Story.
Oh man, Boston Corbett.
Rock guy in Never-Ending Story.
He was also known as the praise to the Lord man or hallelujah man, something like that, because he was loud and obnoxious in church. Like they wouldn't even let him go back. They're like, "Hey, why don't you go start your own ministry?" So he started preaching on the corner, right? Mad Hatter,
That
because
sounds familiar.
when they would do the hats, they would use mercury and it would get them sick. That's why Mad Hatter. Anyway, so these prostitutes were like,
But then he lined
there.
it with lead and he was all good.
well, they're like, "Hey there, Boston Corbett, you want some goodies?" And he's like, "No, I got to go home and pray." So he goes home, and he didn't care for the way it made him feel. So he grabbed some scissors, cut open his coin purse, took the coins out. Then he went to a prayer meeting. He went to dinner, and then he went to the hospital because he just
that's
removed his
right.
fucking testicles.
Wasn't? Oh man, actually,
Then
True
no, I'm not
fucking
nuts.
story.
See, they're not
Wait,
even
didn't he
I thought
sew them
you
back
it was
in
an actual
at some
coin
point?
purse.
Like after
No,
dinner?
I don't think he tried to put them back in. No, he
I-
went to the hospital after dinner.
No, I think there might have been something where he did that.
Yo.
I don't know.
This is
there was a
100%
guy
true.
who.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There was.
No,
I swear I read about another one that was very similar that did the coin pass trick, and then he joined the army and became like a lieutenant colonel, and was quite successful. It's a really weird thing.
So his secretary was laying in bed. I forgot why he was all
I don't
like.
think anyone got that, Baba.
I didn't hear that.
I can't remember that. I'm trying to think it through, but I can't be bothered to get my phone up, so I'm just going to leave it.
I'll catch it on the replay. Anyway, so he's there, and this dude comes in because they were trying to assassinate multiple people, and he starts stabbing him, but he doesn't kill him because he's stabbing in like his thing and shit. And his daughter comes in, and she's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Go get the doctor, dummy!" And so he's like yelling at his daughter. Oh, John Wilkes Booth did not hurt his leg when he jumped down onto the stage and did his little no Latin or whatever. It was actually because his getaway horse was known to be an asshole.
Yeah.
It fell on his leg or some shit, because when you're going to do an assassination, you're going to want to make sure that you have a getaway horse that's an asshole. Hey,
Yeah,
Sherry.
right. Like the most temperamental horse you can possibly find.
Yeah.
I think he
Get a
knew it
donkey
was a
that doesn't move when you want it to.
temperamental horse too.
Yeah.
And he didn't bother getting a different one, and that horse like screwed him over from
Yeah, he did.
escaping.
Yeah, well, then he had to dress up like a woman at these people's house or whatever, and then he got caught in the barn. And no, they weren't supposed to kill him because they needed to know who was all involved. But Boston Corbett said, the Lord worked through him and shot him right where he shot Abraham Lincoln behind the ear or some shit. He actually got arrested, and then people were like, "He shot the guy that killed him, so we got to let him go and give him a medal." Anyway, where are we at? Oh yeah, next story. And that's it for history lessons with Matt in the panel. I'll read this one. That's fine. Every dragon has his own personality in House of the Dragon. If there's one thing you want from a Game of Thrones prequel series called House of the Dragon, is plenty of those scaly, swooping, fire-breathing, tentacular monsters. In Thrones, dragons were almost mythical. With what's Khaleesi's name?
Daenerys.
Daenerys?
Targaryen.
Why does that have a wife? It's Daenerys. Wouldn't it be whatever, I don't care. Targaryen, bringing her 3 Drogon, so original, Hyogel and Viseran.
Viceron.
Yep,
Viserion.
nailed it.
Viserion.
To
Is it
live
Viserion? Fuck.
to life long after the remarkable beasts were thought extinct. The dragon action made for some of the most memorable, exciting moments of the entire series, like when she
Hang a minute,
forgot about
dragons
that
weren't
entire
real.
navy.
Yeah, but dude, they didn't forget about her.
What is it? Dasaris? Wait, what's
What?
the claim for like? What's the
Daenerys.
for fire?
Yeah, that means burn the fuckers.
Dracarys, yeah.
Yeah. And so
It's
learning
Spanish.
that there are a total of 17 fire breathers flying around in the new spinoff, 9 of which will meet in the first season, confirmed by co-runner Miguel Sapochnik, is music to... Wait, I remember in Game of Thrones that how they talked about, like, by the time, like, the dragons were all inbred, they're weak and small, like, they were really messed up.
Because they were
Like
in
how-
the they were in the arenas and that. So because dragons
Yeah.
grow as big as they're allowed to, but because they
Like
were,
a goldfish.
Yeah, because they were kept essentially caged up. They weren't as big.
When is this set? Is it like the
400
Targaryen?
years before, 400 years before Game of Thrones.
Well, that unfortunately doesn't mean too much to me. But is it the Targaryen conquest of Westeros, or is it like after that?
It's just after that.
Oh fuck! This is going to be
No,
bollocks.
it's not how he rode the dragon and united the Seven Kingdoms. It's the next generation.
Seriously? Oh god.
The first thing you want is not to do Drogon. So I came up with a whole theory about how there were 3 different kinds of dragon. By the way, if you're coming up with theories for somebody else's work, you're already
doing it.
wrong.
Yeah.
You should not be
Who-
coming
who's
up with
alive?
theories.
Fiction.
You could just go,
Yeah.
"Hey George,
Based on-
what about these?" And if he goes, "Yeah," you go, "Yeah, I consulted with George and he was cool with it." Not I just
George,
I
get
came
off
up with
the
some ideas.
trampoline. We need to talk about the
Yeah.
dragons.
Put some clothes on, go finish your book, stop eating pizza.
Based on their different
Yeah.
skulls. Okay, so are they referring to the ones that we saw, dead in the keep
No,
where they had them all
they're
lined
doing-
up,
they're doing
or is
like
this supposed to
dragon-
be?
They're doing dragon phrenology, like in Django Unchained, how some of them had bumps in the back of their head. It's like that. That's how
Well,
they get their personality.
that's why I want to know if they were using the dead ones, and where the guy explained, oh yeah, they got smaller because they were chained up, and so they weren't as big. So did they base it on that
Whoa.
and
Hang
just
on,
not
hang on, hang on.
actually watch
Hang
the
on.
series?
I got to get back to this thing.
Yeah.
Because each new dragon has his own personality. That's what's going on in our last part of the animation. We're applying personal character traits to each of the dragons. One of them's got a bad leg. Now, I'm not a I'm not like a characterologist or anything, right? Or traitologist, but a bad leg doesn't seem like a personal character trait.
It is if he identifies as disabled.
Damn it. Or otherly walkable. Another one's much more like an eagle because she's kind of neurotic.
What?
No, she's American.
Wait, it's much more like a eagle? What?
What?
Doesn't
in another
make
one,
sense.
it's like-
Because that's what eagles are famous for being, neurotic. That's the first thing that you think of.
I mean, when I think eagle, I'm like nerd-rotic. Like I'm like YouTuber. And another one's like a curmudgeonly old granny. Not the kind with a
Get off
cheeky
my
bag
lawn.
of Werther's, what is it?
Werther's.
Werther's
Or
original
Werther's.
in her purse, yeah. Oh boy, he thought that was funny. I can't wait to see the humor he wrote into this show.
Dragons don't have purses. That's why it's funny.
I don't know you. That's my purse. The bond they share with their dragons is incredibly important and intuitive. There's a very
Oh my
symbiotic
God, the
connection.
dragon pulled you off.
Well, by the way, so I don't know. I'm not a dragonologist, but like pets and owners, like they like your pets like kind of take on your personality, right? I remember one of the canine handlers, his dog Hart was a complete fucking asshole. Like our lieutenant wanted to catch him one night, so he has like the arm thing on, right? And Hart takes off and he's going way too fast. So the dude, I forgot his name, but he's like, out or whatever, right? Trying to tell him to stop. And I shit you not, I saw Hart go, no, and sped up. It's like, fuck. And he grabbed that dude's arm and spun him to the ground. He was an asshole, but so was his handler. So like, I don't see why you're trying to come up with personalities for these dragons if they have a symbiotic, as you said, relationship with their rider. So shouldn't they be taking on traits from them?
I just figured it out. This is the one where they put their ponytails in with the dragon's ponytail, and they kind of link that way.
Oh yeah,
Is that one?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Mm.
Baba dee Baba doo.
Yeah.
Thank you. You've got to master it from an early age, and no, you don't. Fucking Khaleesi didn't get on that shit until she was like,
Oh my
20
god, they
something.
actually do bring up Avatar.
And it's a death-defying. Don't read ahead, and or unless you want to read for everybody, and it's a death-defying experience trying to tame it. For want of a better analogy, it's a bit like Avatar. Holy fuck! For the House of the Dragon cast, connecting with their dragon's mechanical stand-in was a little more fun. We had an animatronic buck, which is controlled by a device that dude. Yeah, we've all been to a bar. Like, what do you know what I mean? Like the Western themed bar where you can ride the mechanical bull.
Mechanical bulls.
Yeah. They're called Brahma bulls, aren't they?
Most of them are. Yeah.
Honestly, this is Emma Darcy. I don't know who that is. Honestly, having done my first day on the buck, my takeaway was that every member of production ought to have the right to have a go. They should allot time slots.
Have the right
What?
to have a go. What the fuck?
The most acting I had to do was wipe the grin off my face because I can't overstress how thrilling it is.
I don't like the sound of this.
Was she getting off on that?
I don't like to imagine that.
She thinks everybody should have a go. So
You know what I've noticed between Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones? They have something in common. They are
long
casting
blonde hair.
they're casting some of the ugliest people. Hey Jane, like legit, like none of them are attractive. Like you know
Are
what
you
I mean?
saying,
2022,
you're saying
baby.
Matt Smith's oddly shaped head you don't find attractive?
I don't know which one it is. Is that the one with the eyes
The one
that
on
are
the
like
left.
like a
Doctor Who.
fucking
The one with the
chameleon?
red sleeves.
He was in
He's the
Doctor
one
Who.
that looks like a thumb with Down syndrome.
You know who we could have brought on? We could have brought that cartoon. The cartoon ghost.
Yeah, I think she's like doing finals or something. Jane, I sent you an invite in case you're free and not working. No, it's not. Anyway,
Oh wow, they look weird.
right? Let's see here. Emma Darcy.
Weird looking people.
Samuel
all right,
Jackson's in there.
So that's that one, man. Let's see here. Any more thoughts on the personalities of the dragons?
Nah.
I wonder if any of them is gonna have depression and be on antidepressive medication.
You
Yeah,
can
just
tell
each-
we
it-
haven't got
it-
past
it
the
each
hour
one
yet
shape
because
or
everyone's
something.
talking over everybody, including
Yep.
I
me.
know it's great, isn't it?
Matt Smith could get all of the hoes. Which one's Matt Smith?
He's the
Doctor
one
Who.
that was on the
The one
left.
with the red sleeves.
Yeah.
The old
He was
man?
meant to be in the Star Wars movie that I didn't watch. The last one.
He was also the Terminator that killed John Connor canonically in the Terminator series. And then
he
the
was
other
in that.
Terminator did. And then the other Terminator did. But apart from that, yeah.
I kind of stopped
he
after
in-
the second one because that was the logical endpoint for me.
Well, now we're moving into the more mad time of the dump.
Just before we do that, thinking about
What?
sequels and things like, I know we're not covering Predator, but I think the second one was the logical endpoint because it was also the best.
Agreed. I started doing a video on Prey, talking about how like where the other ones went wrong was they tried to use guns when, like I started with like the old saying sticks and stones will break your
Yeah.
bones, but guns will get you pwned. You know that saying?
Yeah,
Oh, and Eric.
I know that
Predators.
one. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
that's
heading
a
out,
fair
Jane?
point.
Okay. Bye, Jane. Thanks for dropping by.
I watched the one where they had loads of people in it, and the guy that was in The Matrix, Lawrence Fishburne.
Well, that was originally supposed to be Arnold
Predators.
Schwarzenegger playing that
Yeah.
character.
Really?
So that was that was supposed to be their revenge on Arnie.
That would have made more sense, actually.
It would.
But he's just like, no, I'm not going back just to get killed off.
Wow.
So yeah, he refused to do it. So instead they got him, and then they needed someone to balance the manliness of Lawrence Fishburne. So they went, "How about we get Topher Grace?" And
Do you know what? Thinking of sorry, but my mind just come up with the ultimate sort of crossover for Predator, because they tried that Alien versus Predator and it's boring, right? What they need to do is cross Mr. Nanny with Predator, because I'd love to see Hulk Hogan taking on the Predator.
I was going to say Hulk Hogan. It's like, that's a wrestler one. I couldn't remember if that was Vin Diesel or fucking The Rock or who it was.
Do you know what? I might have got it mixed up, but I'm pretty sure I mean the one with
I'm pretty sure that's
Hulk Hogan.
It's Hulk, okay.
The Tooth Fairy one was the Rock, I think, right?
I think Jane works on Wednesdays. Is why she's never here.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's why.
I just noticed someone's called Judge Joseph Dredd. That's really cool. I like that.
Dude, I tried to... I never seen the remake of Total Recall.
It's not bad. It's not terrible.
But I wouldn't call it good either.
No.
I made it halfway through. And the girlfriend and I was like, let's just watch the original. And it's fucking awesome. It holds up. It's so much fun.
There was only 2 tits around. As soon as I realized that they weren't going tri-boob, I was out.
No, they had boobs in the remake. I remember.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Yeah.
What? Damn, I should have downloaded a proper version.
But, dude, well, you know what I noticed was like, so when the remake starts, right, it has just all this text hop on the screen trying to explain everything, right? Oh, there's only, there's England and there's Australia, blah, 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 right? The original, dude, it just drops you in, and they're talking about Mars and shit and whatever, but you're never lost on what's happening.
Mars.
Yeah, and it's so good, dude.
Well, not just that. The second one is, it's all still in his head, because the Total Recall was spelled with a C at the end, where it was spelled with a K at the beginning. So he's still in there. None of it was real. It was still a part of the adventure, because as soon as he went in, the K's from Total Recall turned to a C, and then right at the end, when he's doing his big hero thing at the end, and the sign, it still is spelled with a C.
You're talking about the remake, right?
Yeah, the remake.
Oh, right. Huh. Do you know I never caught that?
I never finished it. What I also noticed, so with the remake, dude, there was so much money on the screen, and it's all spectacle. You know what I mean? Like the chase scene, he's like, sliding down this and doing this and da, right? But in the other one, he's just running down a hallway, grabbing some rando and letting him take every fucking round.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Like a man.
That was actually amazing.
Oh, so good. Like, and it's not only is it grounded. Dude, it's so good. Not only is it grounded, unlike the remake where they're like, okay, Kate Beckinsale, sure, right? And it's not as if because they made her like the antagonist, right? Like what the guy in the original
Michael Ironside.
Yes. No. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Ironside. Yeah.
Right. Like they had her do both the wife part and his role in the remake.
Yeah. Weird.
Very weird. Actually, didn't he lose his arms in the end of that? From the elevator shaft or something?
Yes,
he did. That was Highlander 2.
It was this one too. No, because he goes, "See you at the party, Richter."
Richter, that's right. Yeah, because I'm like, that makes perfect sense when you're holding someone's arms.
Yeah.
Why has he done that twice then? I swear he did that in Highlander 2 as well.
The quickening.
He got his head cut off. Christopher Lambert cut his head off because there could only be one.
Was it?
What? Yeah. So wait. Did you see Highlander 2, The Quickening, where there's like a whole alien planet where the Highlanders come from, or did you see the other one?
Yeah. Okay, so at the ending, did he turn into a magical cloud and then bring the chick to an alien planet?
Do you know what? I can't remember now. I just remember that Michael Ironside was in both of them, and I'm trying to. I think I might have got them both mixed up for some reason, but Total Recall's been touched up, isn't it? It's like 4K now, so.
Yeah. I watched it in UHD.
It's a good one.
Looked good.
Yeah.
There was a couple of issues, like it was a little easier. Like some of the sets were like, oh, okay, that's like foam. You know what I mean? Like, but it's supposed to be like, but I mean, dude, I just went with it, bro. It was great. And dude, you know me, how I react to LPs, right? Like I get so excited when I see one,
Private chat.
I forgot all about the little chick at the bar in the original. And I was so excited, like she was on screen, and I legit got worried that they were gonna harm her. I'm like, don't you dare! And then she went on the ledge, and she was because she had heels. But anyway, you know me, I love it.
Do you remember the guy with a hand as well? That was disgusting.
Man, I got 5 kids to feed.
Yeah, I thought you said it was 8. Yeah.
Well, no, he says 5 the whole time, but then at the end he says 4. Man, you gotta be. Oh, he goes, screw you, because he has a giant screw. Dude, if you haven't seen Total Recall in a while, do yourself the favor and go check it out. All right, Yeti, you were excited to read this, so here we go.
Open your mind.
Open your mind.
All right, Yeti, you're not being a disappointment at all.
Yeti's gone, but like
Yeti?
check the private chat.
Yeti, what did you write in the private chat? He said K. I know that you said K.
I said K, but yeah.
Why is he throwing
Mad would like the first bit that I wrote.
Flavored condom broth. What?
Oh.
And Kai just joined the article.
What even is that? I'm painting like while we're hanging out, so like, I'm not always looking at the screen.
He's too busy dealing with his broth.
Brahma, you want to read this until Yeti gets back?
Okay.
What?
People are allegedly trying to get high on flavored condom broth. It's possible that boiling prophylactics could leach chemicals into water, but we don't recommend it.
Wait. Why do they say it like it could leach chemicals into the water? Like you would want that to happen?
Anything could happen, you know.
But that's the point of it, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to get the chemicals to get high.
Yeah. In humans' pursuit of achieving anything other than complete sobriety, daring individuals have taken to everything from rotten meat to milking toads to get high. Now reports are cropping up.
I didn't even know toads had nipples.
Tipples, they're called.
I thought you just lick the toads. You don't need to milk them.
Yeah, you squeeze their back till the secretion comes out, and then you lick it.
Right, but they do lactate, right? Is that why in Jurassic Park, like
it comes out white? That's why they call it milking.
I think it's like mucus. Now reports are cropping up in India of people turning to an even more unusual source of feel-good fluid. Yep.
That's where Grant was from for a while.
Yeah, I had to go. The soups over there sucked. Though I never got pregnant, so that's a positive.
That is a positive.
The first reports
actually, I'm going to bed. I can't cope with this. This is going to be too much for me. And
I'll send you the link.
Right. Yeah, I'll send you the recipe. I mean the link.
Yeah, the recipe.
See you, brother.
Later.
Yep, Eskimo kisses.
Yeah, just don't use the Chinese shaped condoms. You're hungry half an hour later, so it doesn't work.
All right, where are we at? Here you go.
The first reports of the questionable pastime came in from CNN News 18, says Gizmodo, as they spoke with a shopkeeper who had been experiencing above-average sales of flavored condoms. The shopkeeper questioned a buyer as to whether there was an explanation for the surge in sales, to which they replied the condoms were good for getting intoxicated.
Do they not have alcohol in India?
Oh my god, dude.
People curious as to how a boiled condom might inch one closer to nirvana are in luck, as the viral news story has prompted many to attempt a scientific explanation in response to the reports. Speaking with Demon Mandal, who works at Durgapur Divisional Hospital.
Demon Mandal.
Demon Mandal at Durkee Divisional Hospital, where the surge in condom sales is reportedly happening. CNN News 18 learned that the aromatic compounds and the flavored compounds may break down, releasing chemicals that are found in certain glues and alcohols. So why not just go with the glue or the alcohol?
Right? Why don't? Yeah, guess
sniff glue or drink alcohol.
Yeah, get Elmer's glue and just
drink it.
Yeah, go to town.
Yeah, hell of a lot cheaper than Profos too. Releasing these feel-good chemicals requires boiling the flavored condoms for several hours. Polymer
this
chemistry.
Is so much work to get high.
Yeah. Polymer chemistry research scholar Udayan Bosik told Vice and is that okay, Grant?
Yeah, Bosik.
It's good with me.
And results in a high that will supposedly tick over for up to 12 hours.
Jesus Christ. Is it like micro dosing 12-hour high, or is it like you're just fucking balls?
Balls to the wall, like you've just taken 10 tabs or something.
Oh. I got a midget video. Keep going.
However, like many of the things in life which can make us feel good, the condom cocktail apparently comes with some pretty serious side effects too. Everything
really?
From organ failure to increased cancer risk, and neurological dysfunction is up for grabs when messing around with the kinds of hydrocarbons and alcohols such as DIY experiments can cook up.
Okay, the people cooking this stuff, I don't think they're worried about neurological issues. Like, that's the last thing on their list.
Yeah.
The reliability of stories of teens going to such lengths to get high is arguably questionable, coming from just a few observational reports, but what's clear is that spending your nights boiling up flavored condoms is a bad way to feel good. Just look at this photo of a duck instead. Okay.
Wait, does it really say that?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. It's the last line.
There's a link to a duck.
It better be an awesome duck.
If it's a duck,
I think you got to click the link, but
I did click it.
okay.
I mean, it's really not worth it, but I'll share it. And here is the duck that they sent.
Yeah, Booch has the things like, wait, so the condoms can give you cancer, and yet you're putting them on your schlongs?
I was thinking the same thing while reading that. It's like,
man, I wasn't like, who the fuck?
Maybe
like,
it's
dude,
the chemical process of boiling it that makes it cancerous.
Who the hell uses like condoms, bro? It's like 2020. They cured that HIV shit a long time ago. You know what I mean?
True,
look at Michael Johnson.
Well, it really depends on how you do it, I guess, whether you need one.
Oh, yeah. They have to be on top. All right. My Chatimal Soul Assassin, who's always looking out for me, he sent me this, and I'm so excited. What happened, man? We had 4-wheelers out on the ranch. Well, at my grandparents as well. But we also had a sled. Don't know why. It was East Texas. Snowed like once, right? But we would tie the sled up for whatever reason to the four-wheeler, and then, like,
what did you say?
It kind of lost its cuteness after a while.
Yeah,
those would be better as YouTube shorts.
The basketball one was good though.
I want to see the outtakes. I don't want to see the, like, where it works. All right, where were we at? Oh yeah, we did the whatchamacallit?
Flavored condoms done.
Yep.
Check.
Now we're gonna get into the
Bad
weird and strange. Like, I'm taking, like, because Scott never invites me on his Monday Alien Talk show, even though he knows I love aliens. So, Yeti, you're up.
Okay. Mysterious metallic orb found in Mexico after falling from the sky.
I don't know. Don't you dare use your trailer voice.
Now I want to. According to reports, the sphere has a code on the outside. What?
A barcode.
A code?
Yeah. It's the Konami code.
Yeah.
Fans
up, down, down.
Left, right, A, B, A, B.
Mysterious chunks of metal rejoice. What? Okay. A big metal orb has been found in Mexico, prompting people to speculate it's part of an alien spaceship, as well as some much more grounded guesswork.
Oh, you know what, dude, already. Like, have y'all seen the television series War of the Worlds? It's based on a Tom Cruise movie. Anyway, in that one, the aliens send down like these orbs or whatever, right? And when they go off, like, it kills everyone. I forgot how, but anyway, but unless you're in an elevator or metal things. Anyway, but that's how they did it.
The orb, which meteorologist Isidro Cano described in a Facebook post as a very hard plastic or an alloy of various metals, showed up on the top of a tree just north of the city Veracruz. According to Cano, witnesses saw the orb falling from the sky, making a noise but no fire.
Ooh.
Okay.
You think the noise was like, ah? Yeah, go on.
I'm falling.
Writing in alarming all caps, he explained that people should not touch or come near it until it has been reviewed by a specialist, adding it may have radioactivity.
Do they have a spirologist on standby to come check it out? So these are the pictures of it.
Virologist?
It looks like an onion.
Someone who studies round things. You don't have those.
Yeah.
It looks like an onion on a bush.
That looks like an antenna at the top, right? It looks like
No, it looks like a toothpick attached to the onion.
I don't think you know what onions or toothpicks are,
you hungry,
bro.
Yeti?
Yeah. Do you have something in your tooth as well?
In a follow-up post, he referred to a code and reiterated that it should not be open. Well, how does he know it should be open?
It should not be open
says,
because
please
it came
do not
from...
touch. Do not
Because
open.
he is experts. As he
Bro,
says, he is experts.
Why does it sound like Yeti is learning to read? Yo,
You know,
what?
There could be chocolate nougat inside. Of course you want to open it to find out.
Dude, did Spork make it right after I was talking shit? Like he didn't catch that part?
I know he's been
That's
here for
awesome.
a while.
Oh, has he? Oh, whatever. Anyway, look, dude, if something falls from outer space, the white thing, Yeti, this is why you're thinking this, would be to go, ooh, I'm going to go touch it. Because that's how you die. But
Or
me,
you get superpowers. Or you find a
Yeah.
little orphan boy.
what,
Or
like
you
a
steal
meteor
a
man?
spaceship. Go for a joyride.
Yeah, you got a 33% chance of becoming superpowered. So, you know, I
Hold
like
on,
those
real
odds.
quick, I got to tell Scott before he goes. No, Scott, what I said was since you do not, like I'm banned from your Monday Alien show, I'm finding my own articles and we're talking alien stuff. Anyway, like I've always said, I embrace my whiteness. I don't do things that get white people killed. I don't like, try to pet animals I don't know. I don't swim in the ocean. I don't check out strange noises at night. I don't hang out in the woods.
So in the Hollywood movie, you're the guy that does not go in there.
Fuck no.
You listen to the crowd when they're like, don't go
Hell
in there.
yeah.
You're like, all right, I'm not
Yeah,
going
so
in
he gets
Yep.
killed right after leaving immediately because he's not in a safe group.
I have two people, two running people limit. If I see two or more people running, I run. That's all it takes.
Direction they're going.
Yeah. But no, you don't go up to a thing that fell from outer space and can start touching it.
Well, you start
For Joe
off with a
Dirt.
stick. You
No
don't
wonder
go with your
Yetis are
hand
almost
immediately.
extinct. You go with a stick.
Yeah, that way, if the stick lights up on fire, you know it's not good for your
Yeah,
finger.
but what if it views the stick as a weapon? What if it's like a predator or something? And it sees
Ooh,
the
yeah.
stick and
Well,
it's
then
just
you're
like,
already
oh.
in trouble. It's going to view everything as a weapon
No,
at some
well,
point.
no, if you don't have a weapon on you, it won't attack you.
Yeah.
But if you've
Or
got
if
the
you're
stick,
pregnant.
yeah,
It does one
Or
of
if
those
you're pregnant with
scans
a
on
stick.
you and you go from green to red because you got a stick in your hand. Then
Then at some point,
disintegrated.
anyone who comes up to it afterwards is going to set it off, and then it's going to murder everyone on Earth. So
You want to be the one that does it? You're like, I gotta be first.
yeah, at least it'll vaporize me, and I won't end up getting probed in space. Because it's they're going to start taking people up after some of the killing happens.
Yeah.
This is why
Yeah,
Yetis are
how
almost
many mushrooms
extinct.
did you eat before the stream? Because you went on like 5 different tangents just then.
This dick. I don't support. Huh? I'm not supporting now doing your stream on Wednesday. Anyway, all I'm saying is don't touch shit that falls from outer space. That's white people shit, and that's how they get killed. I'm just
Adding
saying.
further mystery to what the orb is, he claimed that the spheres are timed so that at some time they will open on their own and show the valuable information they
Okay.
bring within them. What?
So I was with this dude until like right about now, where I'm like, hold on, how the fuck is he a spirologist? How does he know this much about this thing? When he's like, there's a code on the outside, don't open it. Also, it's on a timer, see, and it's gonna open on its own and show us the mysteries. And it's like, you don't know this?
No, this guy just wants to get there so he can open it, and he doesn't want somebody else to open it and get the superpowers before he can.
I bet you the bastard's holding a stick too.
Yeah, this guy's on my side, and he's just trying to get there so he can get those superpowers or some artifact. Oh,
This dude sounds like 60% of the members of Mafan. Like they like Black Satellite, right? Like they start coming up with their own fucking theories, and then they do it. They say it so much, or they believe in it to, like they want it to be real so much, like they start to believe it's real. And then somebody like Yeti's like, "What? It's gonna open up on its own on a timer." And then he's like, "I believe it because I'm Yeti."
Yeah, but it'll only do it during the days of the solstice.
Have a good night, Scott.
It has to be this, and it has to be they'll make up so much different stuff. Like, I don't think this guy is a spherologist now.
I mean, stop lying. It opens up only if you got the stick.
Well,
on Monday.
If he wasn't a spherologist, how would he know all this important information?
He's an ovalologist and is just guessing on spheres.
I think he's also a boomer because, like, I don't think he's trying to yell at people in caps. I think he just has it. He doesn't know it's on. Like, he's, just...
On Monday, Kano updated his followers to explain that the artifact had been removed at 3:15 a.m. local time by a highly trained and specialized team of people with sticks to be taken out of the borders of Mexico.
Okay.
He's pluralizing a lot of things because he said spheres and now borders of Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay, so real
bunch
quick.
Of coyotes?
Was it on Scott's Monday show or like some other random stream where I talked about a dude that I knew that worked for a certain 3-letter thing?
Yeah,
and
that was about a month ago on the Monday stream.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
What did I say, right? It's a team. They go out, they pick up whatever landed, and then they just get it to where it's supposed to be going. This actually is the most credible thing that I see, that a specialized team comes, grabs the shit, and bounces.
Is
that not exactly what I said?
Yeah, because it was that the one where you said that if that copper pulled them over, they were going to kill him?
Yeah. No one, like, they do not stop.
It's like Men in Black, but instead of erasing their memory, they put a hole in their face.
Exactly, because that works 99% of the time.
Highly effective.
As for what it was, a reasonable guess is that it could have been a weather balloon.
Shut the fuck up with the weather balloon. They don't even make those anymore.
Or if you're going to be exotic, genuine space debris.
Yes,
that didn't burn up in the
exactly
atmosphere?
Spherical, yeah.
Okay. Over the weekend, China's Long March 5B rocket fell back to Earth with pieces found in Borneo as well as the Philippines. While earlier in July, an Australian farmer found a large chunk of what appears to be part of a SpaceX rocket. So it's not out of the realms of possibility. Oh.
First of all, there was no Hello Kitty sticker anywhere on that spear. It was not a Chinese part of their thing. That's the only Chinese thing I could think of.
I kind of doubt that it would be perfectly spherical, the thing. Yeah. Like
space junk.
But look at the antenna that's by the way, dude, come on. That's the best you could do for a picture, bro. It's 2022. You ain't got like, you know what I mean?
It still just looks like a bush.
Maybe he's a pretty
the guy went in his backyard like, oh, hey, this will look cool. Put it right on top of a bush and then took a couple pictures.
Get us some establishing shots. You know what I mean? Go up there and put a dollar next to it.
Yeah, where's your drone shot?
Though his followers preferred theories ranging from UFOs to dragon eggs. Jesus. Kano also favored...
Dragon eggs aren't spherical, idiot.
Yeah, they look scaly too, not smooth. Kano also favored the space junk theory in his initial post, at least. To my consideration...
You gotta yell this part, Yeti.
To my consideration, it may be part of the Chinese rocket that was out of control, and that large number of parts were seen to land in Malaysia on the other side of the world, he wrote.
So it makes sense that, pieces were found in Malaysia. So obviously, there's going to be this thing in Mexico.
Makes sense.
They both start with M and make sense.
Oh, man. Like...
We didn't get the last line. But that's what an alien and or dragon egg would want you to think. Oh,
I hate it when they think that they're funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
I'm so clever.
Like Yeti.
Yeah. I always love it when I can hear him trying on a joke.
Oh, because he's talking.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was mean. I didn't catch it at first. All right, I'll do this one. Men are sharing 30 red flags that women should look out for if they don't want to end up in awful relationships. So to repair my reputation as being a misogynist, sexist, woman hater, only like bros isms, I thought that I would, give us an article that we could talk about the red flags that women should be on the lookout for.
But what part of that needs repair?
Oh, so women should be on the lookout for it. Sorry, I thought these were red flags that men were saying. Actually.
No. All right. This is one most women learn themselves around high school, but still worth mentioning now. If he's an asshole to everyone but you, that doesn't mean he thinks you're special. It means he is an asshole, but knows how to not be an asshole in order to get laid. Well, I mean, I feel like that applies to everyone, not just men, but okay. Let's see. Dan, the mastermind behind The Modern Man. Oh, boy. I may have to click on that one later. And an expert in dating and relationships. So he's a datingologist. Told Bored Panda, because, experts in these things, they talk to Bored Panda, that there are some expectations to introducing your girlfriend to your social circle. There can be times when he won't introduce her to them for much longer, even though he is serious about their relationship and loves her. Look, like Chris Rock said, if you ain't met his friend, you ain't his girlfriend. He gave some example. There's drama in his family that he doesn't want her to be aware of. His family doesn't respect him and treat him well, and he doesn't want to be embarrassed in front of them. He's not close to his family and doesn't see them as important in his life. His ex-girlfriend caused a lot of problems. There's also no set time when we should introduce our partners to people we care about the most. It's more of a gut instinct. If it feels right, do it. If it doesn't, then delay it. Yeah, I guess do it. You want to go have an orgy and get monkeypox, just do it. If he's cheating on someone else with you, he will absolutely cheat on you with someone else. That 100% is applicable to women. What is this? Am I right?
No, this is a men only cheat. Except for women.
By the way,
the men that identify as women.
So, I think I'm in the hospital and everything, right? Like, I was hooking up with this one chick, and I was like Jody to the second degree, right? So her husband, was in Afghanistan, but she was already cheating on him with a dude that worked at the hospital. So technically, I wasn't like the main Jody. I was like Jody adjacent.
You were cheating. You were the cheater for the one that she was cheating on, not the guy in Afghanistan.
Exactly.
The other one.
Exactly.
So, yeah. You were just getting revenge for that guy for cheating on someone.
That's absolutely. I taught her a lesson. She was Chilean. They're crazy, bro.
Yeah, dude, they're almost like Latin X.
See, like saw me with another chick, right? And when she comes up to my barracks room, she slapped me for being with another chick. I'm like, oh,
it's like you're married and have a boyfriend,
right? And I couldn't call her a kettle because she's Chilean. I don't know, people call her. I'm kidding.
Like you were saying about how this article could be all these things could apply to women too.
Yeah.
I bet you could just you could make a whole website that just essentially repurposes articles and just replaces women with men and men with women in articles like this.
Hollywood's been doing that for years. Oh, you mean the articles?
I mean specifically these ones,
if he claims
all a voice parroting saying the other side, Watch out for women, bro. If she's cheating on other guys, etc.
She'll cheat on you, yeah. All right. If he claims all of his exes were crazy or similar, think for a second about what was the common factor in all those relationships. Women. That's the common,
cheating. Okay, crazy people. That's what's common. I think the number one flag should be if he turns around and says, "I'm a nice guy." As soon as I hear a guy say that, I'm just like, "Oh, don't go near him."
Yeah, that's it's a red flag. But what if he follows it up with
doesn't like dating nice guys.
That's why I moved out of California.
Nice You're a pain in the ass.
All my exes were crazy. That's why I moved out of California.
Boys. That means you're a red flag, sir. Let's see here. Try to find a less common one. Oh, sorry. That was them to us. For people looking for, beware when someone complains about everything and is seemingly the victim in every situation. That's women. That's chicks, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a cancer. That's
This is the type of person that will very quickly blame you if anything goes wrong. It is likely shitting on you to other people already. Oh, like with what? Like with her girlfriends at wine and
I had an ex like that. That would try
and
and get
Twilight Night.
Yeah, that would try and get me to fight people, and then when I wouldn't, because I'm one person and there's 8 Maoris, and I don't know if you realize this, I could not beat eight people, let alone 8 Maoris. She would constantly shit on me to her friends about it.
Oh yeah. You dated a woman before. Yes,
I hit her, and then I'm the bad guy. It's like, I'm learning. Like, it's not my fault she was in a wheelchair.
Secondly, it means you will be perpetually drained by the negativity over the long haul. Yeah. Ugh. Inability to clean up after themselves or do common household tasks.
You mean like
well,
take
that depends.
Out the trash?
Dude, I'm pretty sure like 80% of the reason why we clean at all is because of chicks. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If we were left to our own, huh?
Most of the stuff we do is because of chicks.
You know what? I had a platoon sergeant. So they all saw me leave with a couple of chicks, like after close of business or whatever, right? And we had an inspection the next morning. When I got back, I was drunk, and I still passed the inspection, but I still got in trouble because I was out. Whatever. Anyway, so he's giving me one of those speeches, right? One of those platoon sergeant speeches, and he goes, every decision you've ever made in your life, you can track it back to a woman, whether that's your wife, a girlfriend, your mother, your sister. It always comes down to a woman. I'm like, you know what? That's actually probably that's really true. Not so much for me. I joined the Army because I got high and wanted the free T-shirt, but I can see the logic behind what you're saying. So yeah, if you think about it, like most of the decisions men make is simply because women, Mm-hmm. Isn't that right, Yeti?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Number 6. Avoid people who are very polite and charming when they want something from those above them, but are arrogant and demanding when they think they can take something from those below them. It sounds like you're dating like a sociopath. Like, what are you talking about? People who smile up and kick down are the worst. Okay. Cool. I don't know why this is like red flags for guys. Is this all they could come up with? Like, one saying I've always lived by is pay attention.
None of these are red flags. They're saying things that like basic advice, like, oh, look for this. Oh. Yeah,
look for this red flag. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pay attention to how they treat waitresses. I believe in this. How they treat waitresses. By the way, why couldn't it just be like wait staff? Why does it have to be waitresses specifically? Sexist. How they treat waitresses today is how they will treat you in 6 months when you're no longer new to them.
So if he's sleeping with the waitress, then in 6 months he might sleep with you.
Right. I mean, by the way, I don't know if you ever saw that Key and Pill with what's her name, Megan, in their other restaurant, and she's like, "What is this?" I'll show you after this. It's a great one. But dude, you got to watch women, like how they treat staff. You know what I mean? Or just like customer service. Tells you a lot about them. Yes, Matt, I agree. Thank you. I'm so glad to be on this panel and interact with you. Cool. Holes in the drywall. Run. Okay, I guess that's
excessive.
This is like the first, okay, that's a guy thing. I don't know, man. Maybe he was playing like, Tecmo Bowl and his buddy kept taking Mo Jackson.
Practicing golf in the house.
Posting small boundaries that aren't a big deal, then once called out on it, backpedaling, apologizing for it, and then doing it again. That's too vague.
Yeah. And the thing with the drywall, if it was a woman's room, there would just be like paintings covering up holes. because they wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, because they couldn't find the stud.
The stud finder.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd just be like, peeing.
I defer to Chris Rock. If you have been dating a guy for 4 months and you haven't met any of his friends, you are not his girlfriend. That's true. A man that blames everyone else for his problems, lack of job, lack of friends, money. Someone that is unwilling to take personal responsibilities for improving his. How about you take responsibilities that you date awful people?
Yeah. If you're dating somebody without a job, without friends, without money, maybe that was the issue. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 12. Sexual pleasure after you directly reject an event. Oh, pressure. Sorry. Auto corrected it. Healthy people with your interests in mind only need to hear no one time and are respectful of boundaries if they bring it up again. But what if it's cold outside?
I mean, it worked by the end of the song.
Well, then you're just concerned for their health.
Yeah.
You can press that shit all day long.
Yeah. Well, look, everyone knows like guys are like, like the accelerator and women are the brakes. Like that's why like if you don't tap the brakes, I'm not going to put a condom on.
I've been pressuring my wife.
You weren't going to put a
certain
condom
things for a
on
long
anyways.
time.
Well, I'm in a relationship where I don't have to. I'm not getting fixed. Remind me to tell you something later on. Refusing to admit that they could possibly be wrong. Jesus Christ. I've seen many men get super frustrated and aggressive over the idea that they could be possibly wrong about something. Dude, what are you talking about? Guys are always like, no, baby, I apologize. That's my bad. You're not crazy. I should have known better than to trust Helen with that information that she used against you at the office to make all the other girls hate you or some shit. Like, no, that's my fault. I'm sorry I wasn't listening to the 5th time you're telling me about, your sister and how she borrowed your pajama pants or some shit. I don't know what they talk about. I don't listen. But
I should have known exactly what you wanted as a gift. Read your mind.
Oh, yeah. I thought a vacuum cleaner would be a great idea because, you suck at it. So I got you a new one to help. But no, like this, all men do is apologize.
Or just nod your head.
Do I need to bring up Kobe Bryant and that giant ass ring he got his wife?
After the Colorado incident?
Oh, yeah. That was an apology. To add on to this, many of these same men, when presented with that proof of them being wrong, they will either deflect or make it seem like it doesn't matter and that you were making such a big deal about this. We are all humans, and we all make mistakes. I feel for many of these men, they feel stupid and less manly if they are wrong. Dude, this person knows nothing about men. And inability to say sorry when they did something wrong. Now you're just doubling up now. That's literally the same thing. If he checks your phone without permission, that is a huge... Put a password on it. What are you doing? Why is it unlocked? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just irresponsible.
Right? I mean, look, I got like a... I go on.
That one's almost always the other way around.
Oh,
every single
100%. 100%. Man,
wasn't it on your channel that we watched that chick hunt down that guy and hit him with the car because she was looking at his location, like she had done the Apple tags?
Yeah, she put Apple tags all up in her in his car and shit. Showed up and ran people over. Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, that happens.
I'm sure he was with another chick, but she ran him over just because she checked his phone or
she
checked
didn't know
her
if they were
phone
cousins?
for his locations.
What I'm saying here is like put a lock on your phone. And don't play like women aren't like over your shoulder if you get a text. Your buddy sends you a meme and then you can just feel that presence coming over your shoulder.
And check your car for Apple tags.
Oh hell yeah!
Every
man.
time.
These apply to everyone, not just men. What? How's?
Okay.
So number 16, they just admit that, well, actually everything we've said to this point, it doesn't just apply to men. Suddenly flying off the handle at a minor inconvenience. It's one thing to stub your toe at the end of a bad day and give the table a whack. It's another if every moment of stress or misfortune triggers rage. I feel like there's levels to that shit. Like, what do you mean rage? Like, he's like, stub my toe, or like, stub my toe, die.
Damn it,
bro! I know a dude. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm done. Good.
No, I meant lock on your phone so that like, because what it was like they check your phone whenever like immediately or whatever the fuck it was. But like, yeah, lock your phone so they don't check it.
And what I'm saying about the Apple tags is the women are far more likely to use technology to invade privacy. I mean, same thing, just, yeah.
Yeah. The only, advantage we have is like, they're bad with technology. That's not me, dude. Look at the numbers, all right? Women are far less likely to go in the STEM field. Hell, I think, and this is a true thing, all right? I'm not bullshit on this one. I think women have a 4K blindness, right? Because my girlfriend, she's not the only one that I've seen this, I haven't done a study yet, but like she cannot tell the difference between like HD and like UHD, right? She just can't. And I'm like,
that
look,
monster.
We have like a 65-inch TV. I'm like, look, and I'll play it, and I'll play it over here, and I'll play it. And she's like, I don't see a difference. I think this is like a genetic defect, defect
No, finish that
with
sentence.
women. No, yeah, I have no problem. Women got a genetic defect where they can't see 4K. I feel bad for them.
Well, guys, we have better visual acuity. Women have better sense of smell.
Really?
So that's a real thing. So
I'm proven right.
We can tell more details.
I mean, I got any text yet, so she must still be in a meeting.
So about this thing though, I know a dude that would like the stubbing your toe example. He would like stub his toe and then get mad and be like, "Oh, it's my fucking life," da, 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 and start complaining about things that happened last week, things that happened yesterday.
Everything
the ones that let it build up. The people that let it build up and then
complaining about shit. And then
like
after that, he just walking around banging stuff and pulling on things and just upset. And then like he ends up breaking something. And then he gets mad at that thing for breaking. And then it adds to his his snowball of like hating his life.
Yeah, I don't think this is about your toe, bro. Like I think you got some other
Your life just sucks.
Right.
No, it's not even the life isn't that bad. It's just like if you let a toe stub start like kick off a bad day and you start remembering all the bad things that have ever happened to you, that's you doing it to yourself.
My parents threw away my favorite G.I. Joe. I'm burning the world down.
I had to share my Sega Genesis when I was a kid.
So here's the problem, though. If you're looking at this through the lens of a woman, right? What they think is if you are with your buddies too much, if you go drinking with them, if you spend too much time with them drinking or whatever, like they'll start counting your shit too. You'll be at a family like barbecue or whatever. She goes, "That's her third beer."
Yeah.
And it's a barbecue.
Yeah.
You look at I'm not doing shots of tequila.
It's hot outside too. You need that refreshment.
It's Bud Light. I've had 3 and 4 hours. Shut up.
Here's a red flag for men. They start counting your beers. You better start counting your
calories,
money.
And having a bourbon cabinet does not mean anything.
Yeah.
That is not a red flag.
Oh, no. See, like for you, like she's given up on
Well,
you.
it is red at the moment, so.
All right. If he talks about his ex too much, as someone who was in love with an ex for way too long, I was not ready for a relationship with anyone else. That reminds me of Culture being the Yeti.
Culture being the post...
the post-cum depression. Yeah.
Oh, God. That was probably the greatest moment ever.
It was. Yeah. I deliver those quite often. Very humble. Most humble guy I know. Does he talk about always being ready to fight if necessary? Then he's a lunatic. Well-adjusted people in things like MMA don't want to fight randomly and don't seek it outside of the sport of it. Half the point is to have a place for your aggression and the control. So
they're still aggressive, they're just controlling it.
Right. So this actually is they don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand how this actually works, but it is a point because like men all have that drive to prove themselves, especially like in in a physical way, right? That's why we're very competitive or whatever. And I think that the guys that are at the bars, like looking for fights, they're using that to supplement their inability to prove their manliness in anything like meaningful, right? Like, I was gonna sign up for the army, you know, but dang, I got this, you know, bone spur or whatever, right? Like
Right.
they're looking to, like,
Oh,
you know
well,
what I mean?
this is just
He wanted
talking about
validation.
people who talk about being ready to fight. Man,
Yeah.
That's just called being ready for the zombie apocalypse. That's
Okay.
who you want to be with, so you don't end up being food. Okay.
Got to read the tone, Yeti. I was actually being serious with this one. Like, no, because it bothers me. Like, every time I see guys like, yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, let them come over here. And, like, they're always ready for a war, for confrontation when they know nothing about
Yeah,
what
it's a total
the cost
lack of-
is.
It's a lack of actual masculinity. Right.
Right.
Because there's no self-confidence or self-assuredness to know that you are capable of defending yourself in some way. Like, they have to assert it on someone else because they don't see it in themselves.
It's,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's the guys that are very alpha in, you know, machismo in hypotheticals because they've never done it in reality. Right?
Exactly.
Like, and
Yeah,
I
if you've never been in a fight, you're more likely to talk about, I'll go get in a fight. But
Yeah,
I mean, if you've been in a fight,
why doesn't he
typically
just
you're the
punch you?
silent one that just takes care of crap when crap goes down.
well,
Yeah, it's the same sort of people that you see when they're watching a sport. It's like, well, why didn't you should have just knocked him out. I would have just hit him in the leg, and then when he went down, I would have uppercutted him. It would have been done.
Well, like, and also, like,
Those people
I
have
have
never
to
been punched in
be,
the face.
I have to be careful on Twitter because some of the people that we know in this community are very reactionary, and you know what I mean. Don't tread on me, and you know, this is it. This is civil war, like Tim Pool always talks about. You know what I mean? But like, I've done it before, like, to where I'm like, you have no idea what it is that you're wishing for, that you're wanting, because you've never experienced. It's why, like, any veteran, any warrior at any time are always the ones pushing for peace the most, because they know what the cost is. Like, you don't understand what it is that you think you know, because you think you know how you would react in a life or death situation, but you have no idea. Like,
Well, yeah,
dude,
it's like the MMA fighters that try to avoid confrontation at all costs because they know what happens when a fight actually starts. So they do anything to get away from it, and then if you're put against the wall, then react.
I mean, look, I've seen guys that were like, oh, they were so great in Garrison. Like, you know what I mean? They were high-speed soldiers like me. Again, like, I got in trouble for, like, it wasn't my only. You know what I mean? I was a horrible soldier in Garrison. Like, that was too much freedom for me. Out in the field or deployed, I was on my game. You know, because I didn't have any options. I got to do what I got to do. But I would see guys that were like, oh, man, they were on the fast track. You know, 7-7, right? And shit would happen. You know, we'd get into these, you know, engagements or IEDs going off, and they would freeze or shit themselves or just freak the fuck out. You know, even my platoon sergeant, when we got hit, that dude never got out the damn vehicle. Now, he pulled down his window at one point and said, "Hurry up, everybody get in! They're shooting at us," and put it right back up. My burn ass went and grabbed the shotty from the freaking Humvee. But anyway, my point is, no one knows until they're there.
Until you're faced with it, yeah.
Yeah, and I've always told him, like, if I read this book, I hated it because this dude had no idea what he was talking about. It was like Wild at Heart or something, right? But the dude used Legends of the Fall as his example, right? Because everybody wants to be Tristan. Women want a man like Tristan, and men want to be him. They don't want to be like Alfred, and I don't know who the other guy is, right? And I couldn't disagree more. Like, the only people that want to be Tristan, because if you look at what he went through, it was like so bad, right? But he was like, you know, he was proven he was a warrior or whatever. No, that was a horrible existence that he had. The only people that wanted to be Tristan are people who have never lived anything close to what his life was. The best one would be the youngest brother who died before he knew that his ideals and his dreams were all bullshit. You know, he died while he had hope.
The bed that ate Tristan.
Yeah. But yeah, man, so whatever. Sorry if I went on a tangent.
No,
I'm just saying. It gets frustrating.
Yeah.
Mad's cool enough.
All right. If they wear sunglasses at night, you should never masquerade with the guy in the shades.
Take
I mean,
that.
I can
wanna
agree
talk
with that.
about that
If somebody's
shirt.
watching, wearing sunglasses at night, yeah, they're a douchebag.
If he is,
Take that, Ray Charles.
Stevie Wonder.
it's just a stack to Stevie. If he is overtly angry when you talk to other people, specifically other men, that's a major red flag, and he's probably gonna start to be possessive over you by not letting you talk to anyone else. Because
Depends on what
women,
you're doing. If you're going up to random guys and flirting with them, then
women
Yeah.
never do this, right?
yeah.
Oh, who's this? Who's that? Oh my god.
Who's Sally? You liked her thing on Twitter.
Only talks about themselves. How do you think this is a red flag about men? Sure, we're not going to be listening, but we're not the ones doing all the talking.
What happens if you're the only interesting person in that relationship? You're not going to talk about them if they're boring. You got to talk about yourself.
That is true. That's why Yeti, I'm always talking about me. Whatever reading I can. His
Back to
hyper
point number
focus on
22.
money. His hyper focus on money. While this might be a plus in some women's, but yeah, because they care nothing about money. I knew some men that was so focused on money, they tried to put a price on everything, even a woman, her actions, her respect, and what he is allowed to do simply because he pays for it.
Yes.
This, look, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like Chili's, I'm not expecting anything, but you getting lobster at a place? You know, just
Is that
tickle
the
the balls or
rule
something.
you've got in your relationship?
What? No, She makes the
Oh,
money.
Thank God,
Are you?
because I was going to say when I come
Yeah.
to visit you, let's go get lobster. But now I realize there's nothing else attached to it.
Well, oh, what? You're wanting your taint tickled? No,
Yes.
she makes the money of this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. So what do
Like,
you
she
owe
can do
for
it
getting that
herself.
lobster?
Oh shit. All right. This is my last story. Sorry. So, for those that don't, so I went to aeronautics school in Oklahoma a year. I drank too much, smoked too much, whatever, right? And then I joined a cult. It wasn't a cult, but it was cultish. Anyways, when me and the dude left that, we moved into his parents' rent house, and it was in the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma. Now, the nearest town where there were jobs was too far away. Like, we didn't have enough money to get the gas to get to that town to get a job, to be able to afford the gas to be at that town to get a job. All right. It was one of those situations, right? So he had a friend from high school, though, and she worked at McDonald's, and she took a liking to me. Now, she wasn't top of, like, if we're looking like a scale of 1 to 10, she wasn't on the good side of 5. But if I showed her attention, she would bring me food when she got off work. Now, I would never get like a number 1 or number 2. It was like whatever she grabbed on her way out. She's like, "Ooh, I got to go get me, a piece of that ass." So like, she's just like throwing nuggets or whatever.
Fillet of fish.
Yeah, just whatever
hoard
into a
yourself
bag.
out to a 3 out of 10 for McNuggets. Is what
I
you're
didn't
saying.
say 3, could have been a 4.
Oh
Well,
God! Do you think she like placed them on top of herself just so that he
no,
would go
that
up
did
to
not
her?
happen. No. She would like leave like a trail of McNuggets leading to the bedroom. I'm like, no.
Yeah, there's a
Is
single
there-
tear
is
as you
there
get to
any
the
sauce?
Not
door.
the worst.
If
The ice
if-
cream machine's down, so no
Well-
whipped cream bikini tonight, but I taped some chicken nuggets on.
you know what? Fun fact.
Enjoy this fillet of fish.
Fun fact, if I did a good job, I would get a McFlurry them next time. And I got a lot of McFlurries for the record. Anyway, where was I? Man, I need
Yeah,
to
you're
stop
a
me from
whole-
talking sometimes.
I don't know,
Oh,
but the
come
girlfriend's
on.
in the other room going, let's see, talks
No, she
about
knows that
himself all the
story.
time.
She knows all
He
these
Talks
stories.
about the ex-girlfriend.
Calls himself out for food. Yeah.
She knows all of these. Look, I'm the only one that sold my body for some McNuggets and shit. Like, come on. Chad, help me out, man.
Dude, I did it for $quarter pounder, but I got class at least.
Can I get a 1 in the chat
That's
for
a little
somebody else?
respect. Yeah, self-respect. You gotta at least get the Big Mac. Not just nuggets.
Look, man,
Big
like
Mac,
I was at
that's- Why would you want to go for a Big Mac for?
Scott, do you even know what I wanted? I wanted a 1 to see if anybody else sold their like goodies for like some McNuggets and shit.
And Scott's the only one who said. Makes you wonder
Oh,
what you
man.
guys'
I feel like
deal
this is one story away from the Trailer Park Boys. You whoring yourself out for burgers.
That's a true story.
Scott's like, I hoard myself out for Mad to run this show.
If a guy tells you he's no good, listen. He's probably drunk and just thinking, God, I missed the other one. Would she pat you on the back and say, good job, fella? I don't know. I didn't listen to her. I just did my job and, and then brush my teeth and I'll die on this hill. Every man I've ever known who was an outspoken feminist was horrible to women behind the scenes.
Yeah, fact.
Yes. Yeah.
This is the most truthful thing they have said.
Does cocaine count as goodies? No, it doesn't. Unless are you selling your goodies for cocaine or is somebody buying your goodies with cocaine? Wait, that's the same thing.
No, he means like if you haul yourself out and you get some meth cocaine or something,
Yeah, yeah, okay, that'll count. Sure. Let's see. You know what? This should have been number one. This is the red flag. If they're like, no, girl, I like those women with rights and shit. My God, white man, awful, right?
Here, let me tie you
I'm
up.
so glad women can drive and vote.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the best. Like, I don't even think I should vote. Now, give me your
Guilt trap.
right. Like, here, drink this bottle. Oh, your boyfriend, like, you should leave him. Here, drink this bottle. Like, I respect you. You can come over. We'll watch Grey's Anatomy. Emotional manipulation, trying to guilt trap you. What about an anchor baby? That is the literal, like, human form of a guilt trap.
I
It's
think
an
you
ankle
meant guilt
baby.
trip, says the comment. But thinking about it, guilt trap also works.
Yeah.
The guilt trap's the weirdest kind of music.
Wait. No, like, I would hang out with her and she'd give me a baggie. Yeah, basically that's the same thing. Yeah.
Good enough, yeah.
Yeah, bro. You never seen The Wire? Yeah, that's exactly what you did. You're like, yo, baby, I'll hang out with you on the couch and watch the new Twilight if you give me a bag. Just let me hold it.
It was
All
a
of a sudden, we're just going
companionship.
to see Boosh putting 1111111 in the chat.
Dude, they're repeating it again. At
Because
least
it's so true.
calls himself a feminist and apologizes on behalf of men. Political nice guy, red flag. See, that's why chicks like on Twitter be like, I guess I want a conservative to ravage me because they know.
Yeah, that's why the reverse. They're constantly talking about how highly feminist women are always wanting to be completely dominated in the bedroom.
Well, I mean,
and also,
if they wanted a woman, they'd be a lesbian.
well, also
Right.
like, you know why they hate men so much? Because they surround themselves with the most horrible dolphin type people. Because dolphins are the most ruthless animals in the world. Like feminist men are the dolphins of the land.
About dolphins.
Feminist men are the dolphins of the land.
I love how the second part here says this is not a call out of men who are feminists, but those that wear the label, but only to engage in call out hot takes, i.e., feel good in the
I don't
moment,
see the
but does
difference.
opposite.
What's
Like-
the difference?
Yeah.
It's all
So
it's fueled by like
So the one before this is calling out actual feminist men. And this one's like we're not calling out feminist men here. This is men who pretend to be feminists.
Right.
We did that in the previous point. They're the
Like-
same picture.
their entire
Why-
movement is based on hot takes. It's like, what? That person dressed up like a Sesame Street character didn't hug that little girl? You know what I mean?
I need
Like,
$25
time to-
million.
Right. And now Woody's like, no, you better get over here and hug this kid. We're on camera. And that's why that's why I resigned.
And then gets done for assault, and then now they're selling him for $50 million.
Well, that's why I resigned, because of the Ferguson effect, and that's a real thing. And they got body cameras and shit. I don't need you looking at how I do business.
I don't even let my girl open my phone.
If he doesn't put in an effort to make you happy, oh my God. It doesn't have to make you happy whatever he does, but the fact he's putting in the effort means he truly cares about you enough that he cares about your mental health as well. So yeah, so like sure, maybe you didn't want new pots and pans, but you did such a horrible job with the old one. I thought maybe it was the equipment. I'm just ruling out factors here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
That's a
vacuum
really
cleaner
kind
again.
gesture.
Goes for both sexes. If the person has no hobbies, now you are their hobby. No, men always have hobbies. It's
Oh.
but women will either invade the space or, you know, restrict you from enjoying that hobby. Like,
Yeah, this one confused me
you
at
can go
first.
out and
I
play
thought
poker
it
with
said
your friends.
goes for both sexes. I thought they were saying if he's bi, if he has no hobbies, you are the new hobby.
yeah,
Oh, he goes for both sexes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he first read it, I was like, wait, what?
like legit. My ex-wife, like when I first met her, she's like, video games, and even bought me a video game. She's like, video games great, and did my laundry and shit. Right? Holy shit! Did all that stop? Why you always playing Xbox? You play Xbox too much. I'm like, I just logged in.
Yeah, you bought it for me.
Yeah.
It's my birthday present.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh dude, you know that bitch in the divorce took my she got me a MacBook or whatever from our
She took
birthday.
it?
Took
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Took it.
same thing.
Should have a lock on it.
I did. I bricked the hard drive.
Oh man.
Actually, the number one thing red flag is he's gay. You know, if you don't be in a relationship with someone and he's gay, you know, I mean, I guess if you're into a certain type of sex, it might work.
Uh-oh. Let's see here.
Yes.
They missed one. If they're willing to take out your knees. Okay. Whoever you are, look, if you explain to them early in a relationship that if there is a zombie apocalypse, speaking of which, like, what if they're like, I don't know, like, no, like when I get back to our community or whatever, I'll make sure to tell them how, you saved me, maybe build you some type of statue. Like, I'll make you a hero. Like, you'll have a good,
See,
memorial.
this is why my earlier point of you preparing ahead of time is so important, because I've got the whole plan for the zombie apocalypse. I don't gotta go murdering someone to survive. You
Do
know,
Dude, that's clearly a part of his plan. That is his prep work.
Well, am I aware of which knee she tore her ACL in? Maybe. But in my
Tanya
defense, though,
Hardinger on the way by.
But more importantly, you know the amount of force it takes to destroy a good knee.
do I spend some weekends practicing my quick kick so I can get one in and run? Maybe.
Yes, that's why there's so many holes in the drywall.
like legit, my girlfriend has this knife that's like made for a zombie apocalypse. Like that's the way of marketing. She got it for me. It's freaking ridiculous. But by the way,
I want to
look,
see this thing.
I'll
Show
go
me
back.
after.
Yeah, okay. But by the way, she's no angel. Like, I swear to Christ, if we're ever in a plane crash or some scenario, like where
She's
way
gonna
down the
eat
line
you.
we made.
Oh, she's eating you?
Oh yeah, like if there was just a chilly like breeze, she's like, oh, it's getting too cold, and we're gonna start eating people. You know what I mean? She will eat somebody very quickly.
Like, oh, that sounds like
in
sleep
a survival.
apnea. A snore. It must be a pneumonia. Let's put him out his misery first and
Exactly.
start barbecuing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's already partially cooked.
you're just like, oh shit, what the fuck? Hold on. Don't be sneaking up on people. She snuck up on me with this. This is the zombie freaking knife thing. Good Lord.
Yeah, you got to be careful
Gotta
with
be
that on
eavesdropping.
stream anymore.
Oh, really?
Shad's been getting blocked for having swords in his background.
Well, it was
Shad
black.
Birthday.
You could barely even see it.
Yeah.
And so's the background.
Good
Leave
Lord, she
for the
scared the
background.
shit out of me. You know how scary it is to have, like, you're in here running your mouth for the past hour, and then your girlfriend comes out with a giant fucking knife. My God.
So this is Matt's last stream. We'll be having a funeral fund for him if anyone wants to donate.
We will erect a statue of him.
You'll know it's her if there's a chunk missing out of my ass.
She didn't mind all the horrible movies, but this article pushed her over the edge.
Oh, you know another thing, since I'm talking about her, whenever there's a helicopter in an action movie and like a dude is like, well, I may fly out, like she wishes for him to hit the propeller more than anything I've ever seen. Like when I get excited for like LPs on, like when I see them in movies, I'm like, yeah, she's the same way if there's a propeller and a person and they can meet. Like legit, she gets disappointed if they don't show enough of it. Anyway, that's a fun fact about this crazy person that I love dearly. I'm not worried about my safety at all, but yeah, no, every 2 hours, make sure that we check in with each other. All right, well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Unless you guys got something else.
No.
No,
Yeah,
just
that's
have a
all
plan for the zombie apocalypse.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
Make sure you have someone with a weak knee you can take out if necessary.
or survival skills. Either or.
That is a skill.
dealer's choice.
Weak knees easier.
Yeah, I guess that's the type of
Right, dude. You need at least one dumb person, like the sacrificial, you know what I mean? Like the
yeah.
You know he's gonna die. You don't want more than one though, because they start talking and they start making really bad decisions. You know, keep it at one. You can replace them down the line.
Yeah, you don't get them the important jobs, but they always go out with you during runs, just in case
So,
you gotta kick their knee out.
when
Make
I was
him
in
wear
our
a red shirt just to be sure.
A red
So
shirt.
in my platoon, right, we only had one black guy. He's my brother, man. I took him home with me to East Texas. By the way, that place is a lot more racist than I remember. Anyway, but that's my boy, you know. And we would always fight about
gay guy.
yeah, the black gay goth. Anyway, we would always fight about who gets to take him out on patrol. Because he's gonna die first. He ended up not dying first, but statistically,
Because of horror movies.
yeah, we're seeming. All right. Anyway, all right. Well, that's gonna do it for us. It's a gardening tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Brummer Bull, you got anything?
Not really. I may do some gaming later, but you can catch me tomorrow on Comics and Stuff, Thursday Night Throwdown.
Mr.
Thanks for having me
Gregory. Oh, of course. You're always welcome.
No, I don't have anything, but make sure you check out Mad's new video on his channel. It's absolutely hilarious.
Oh, yep. Thank you. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. Yeti?
No, I'm working on some things. Check back in later.
What do you mean? You want me to get everybody in chat to come back in later on for an update?
I'm not far enough to say when it's going to be out, but I'm working on it. So,
so when he asked the question, your answer is no.
No, this is like the preemptive. Yeah, something's coming down the line, so just be aware.
How long have we heard this, Grant?
Pre-cum depression. I don't know.
Right.
No, the
Post-cum,
depression's
post-cum.
been there.
That's what Yeti
before
is.
and after.
Oh, here we go. Don't let Yeti go down this road. We'll be offside. Kai,
Hi, what do you got?
you're doing your late night thing?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Starting at 11 p.m. Pacific. And
1 a.m. Central?
I'm finishing up a painting for my first short story I'm going to drop this week. Hopefully Friday.
Where were you at last night, bro? Because I was like, I kind of feel like doing a speakeasy. I was like, no, Kai has this thing at 1:30. Okay, maybe he's going to start here in a minute.
Monday,
2.
Wednesday, Friday right now.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that's Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm chilling. If you want to do a speakeasy on Tuesday or Thursday, I can join you for that.
Yeah, okay, cool, man. I may do one tomorrow night then. All right, everybody. Oh, I did not press that.
But it worked.
All right, everybody.
You're about to press it.
That's not what we do.
Chat, thanks for being here. This isn't supporting me though. It's supporting Scott through me to Scott. Think of it like a YouTube centipede. You know what I mean? Like I'm connected to Scott.
Centipede?
YouTube version.
Are you in the back or the front?
You're at the end. You're the ass of the centipede.
Look, I can breathe out of either hole now, apparently. So
True.
Just need one of them.
Oh god, just wait for the director to find that out. Holy shit, that's gonna be.
Grant, were you here for that? Were you here for the whole?
No, I watched it afterwards.
Oh boy,
about the pigs being able to breathe out of their rectums.
Yeah.
Anyway,
for about 10 seconds.
Well, and as always, from all of us here at Mad Barber Entertainment in association with Sporking News Podcast, if you're not being beamed up, you're being beamed down. Stay Gucci, my ninjas.
Listen now, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Law don't go around here. Savvy?
Hey, Law Dog. Law don't go around.
Now, did your girlfriend tell you which part of the body she would eat first off you?
Yeah, bro, I told you it'd be like one of the butt cheeks.
It'd be a butt cheek. Okay.
Have you ever seen a live, bro?
Hey, I was just wondering if she was honest up front, which part she'd eat first.
The part that doesn't go in her mouth now.